Alex, I'm so happy to have you here on this call. I'm excited. I have a few questions for you just to share what your experience was like working with me on our breakthrough day together. But for the audience who's watching right now, just do a quick intro. Who are you? What is your business? What is it you do?
So I'm Alex Stumer, and I'm in Iowa, and I've been an entrepreneur for as long as I can remember. I've started in lots of businesses, and they always kind of reached a certain point, and then I kind of lost interest, or I got stuck, or I gave up because I kind of feel like I never really was doing what I really wanted to do, and was just going through the motions of making money.
Mhm.
So, um, I'm pretty good at starting businesses, and I pretty good at knowing how to make money, but I would get to a point where I was stuck, and it just never seemed to be able to go beyond that point. And I had a lot of tragedies this last year. Um, some Lots of family members passing away, and I got really stuck, emotionally speaking. And I felt like I needed something, and I put a lot of prayer out there, um, asking for help, asking for guidance, and asking for direction, and just help me figure out what's going on internally. That was leaving me in the same position over and over and over again. So I put it out there, and that's kind of just a real short version of who I am, right? But um, that's kind of brings us to the point where how I got hooked up with you.
Yeah. How is it you found me and what made you want to set up a call?
So I have a very good friend um, that is an incredible business entrepreneur, and he was aware of what I was going through. We've been really good friends for a while, and he just recently got promoted to regional vice president in our company. And he kind of like blew by me. I'm like, how is he doing this? Well, he knew what I was going through, and he gave me a call, and we've had conversations, pretty deep conversations about what entrepreneurs go through, how spirituality is connected, and how we get stuck. And we've been talking for years since I met him. And he recommended, he somehow you guys met, and he did a session with you, and he said, you got to do this, and then he introduced us. And I was a little skeptical at first, you know and so I did an interview with you, and then he you told me the cost of the program, and I was like, well, that's going to have to be I'm going to have to see some delivery, right? And you gave me a guarantee. So I called him up, and I said, Chico, what would you say, about this coach? And he said, I would have paid 10 times the amount for the results I've gotten, So coming from him, I just had to say yes. I had to say, okay. Right. And because that's a heck of a testimony about somebody's work.
Mhm.
And you don't hear that about people ever. So that's when I contacted you. We set up our session and a follow up. And yeah, that's how I got in contact with you.
Awesome. And what was it like to do the breakthrough day with me? What is it you liked? How would you describe that experience to someone who's very new to the coaching world and is kind of skeptical as well?
Well, most stuff that I've signed up for is like 30 minutes, half an hour Zoom call, 1 hour Zoom call. Breakthrough day is a day. That's the whole day. And you go, through you go through a discovery process, basically, of your limiting beliefs, your core values, your priorities, what you've been talking to, how you've been talking to yourself.
Mhm.
And as we discussed earlier, that most of us are under a spell, and the spell is the programs that our parents and other influential people in our lives have cast upon us. And it was their beliefs that we adopted in ourselves. And we make the mistake of believing that that's who we are.
Yeah.
So there's always this core person desiring to get out. Your godly part is wanting out. And there's these spells that are keeping that person from shining, so to speak.
Yeah.
And so what NLP does is it's neuro-linguistic program. It's the way your brain is talking to itself. The program's there, and we find that we have to just change the program. And once the program's changed and the new language is there, then your world starts opening up. Possibilities start opening up. Your personality starts changing. You start attracting and vibrating at a higher level.
Mhm.
And bringing people. And this is stuff I've known intuitively. I just didn't know how to change the program.
Mhm.
And that's
You're
why
you're one of the most well-read people on NLP that I've met as well. So it was especially enjoyable to have, like, you understood all the concepts of NLP. So walking through the techniques with you and getting to apply them to your life and seeing that transformation live was such an honor and a privilege to be working with you on those things.
yeah, and it was for me as well. In fact, it gave me, more of an impetus of what I want to do, really,
Mhm.
and because if your heart isn't in something 100%, you're not going to be 100% in it, and uh, I would say the best thing I got out of the whole thing for me was a direction, my direction that I've already known. I just needed a way to say, that's it.
Mhm.
That's where I'm going. That's what I want to do. I know I have to do certain things to get there. It's no problem. Right. And certain obligations have to be taken care of, and dealing with the things that happen in life, like deaths and different things with relationships, that you can still, as long as you know where you're going,
Mhm.
and you have a clear message and a clear language telling you you can do it. This is what you're supposed to do, and you give yourself permission to do it.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing how, it's that one little thing or that one little voice that was talking to you the whole time that was holding you back. And it was probably thinking that it was protecting you.
Yeah.
And it
You got
probably was protecting you, but it's
Mhm.
there comes a time when the core person has to take over the reins of the ship, or take over the captain's chair.
100%.
And so that's what I felt like our session helped me do.
And what
And
would you say to someone who's maybe found me on the internet, is considering this, they feel that pull in their heart that they feel they need to do it, but they're still not sure? What would you say to that person?
I would say that some very intelligent and successful people have felt that your work with them helped them, or helped release them to be much more successful in their life's pursuits. Well, what do you have to lose? Because if you're searching through the internet for this, it's because you need something, you know? So trust the process. Trust that if you found Coach Tiffany, there's a reason you found her. So it was lined up for you. So, and she's wonderful. I don't know how old she is, but and she doesn't look very old, but she's an old soul. And I I felt like I was talking to an equal. So and that, so I would say don't second guess it.
Mhm.
Trust that God or infinite intelligence or whatever you want to call it is leading you to different people. Yeah. And go do the interview so you get to know her. I think you'll be sold after that. So
Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this testimonial video with me. I will make sure you have the copy.
cool.
Thank you so much.
I wish you great success. I know you will be. And I look forward to working with you in the future.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.